he was worried about it flipping over, and I asked him, I said, have you had one flip over yet?
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
I got home at a good time. If you can hear it, the drone is up there. And yeah, we're gonna watch them swap some grain bins around here. So farmer boys here, they got a grain bin on the trailer. They got the grain bin that feeds the robot pellets. Remember I said there was a pad over there that they're gonna switch out? Yeah, they're gonna do a little swap-a-roo here and get you guys some action. So appreciate you guys watching along, and hope you guys enjoy this. I'm glad I made it in time to get there. So. Drop this one, as you see. Pretty good job there. So currently the robot's out of grain. Well, the auger is, it's off, so it's not feeding him. He's gonna back up, pick that one up. Hey, you gotta get out of the way. And then that one's gonna go over onto that pad. For those of you who are new, that robot, that bin there was feeding the robots with pellet. So the father's actually on the phone with Phoenix Feeds because they're going to bring us a load of grain. So it was all, they all had to time it to make it work. But here's what it is, the pellet going into the cow feed. And the whole reasoning behind this is because when you can buy more in bulk, then it works out really well. And we were running out of one thing and needing more of another thing, so it made the cost go up. So when we first started, we could buy, with one robot, we could buy a full tractor trailer load, and I think it lasted 52 days. But since we have two robots now in there, we go through things a little quicker. But new auger, so that bin there is going to get dropped here, which, yeah, we're getting a little close to my parking spots here. I'm gonna have to reevaluate this, but then we'll have 3 bins over here. It is wired so that there's another breaker that can run that other bin. He's gonna switch that. It's crazy. I've seen the really big ones just on YouTube moving bins, but the fact that they can just flip them up, set them, and do it, everything. That small bin used to be over where the calves are, and we actually moved it with the loader and a tire and set it when we first did it, and we thought we were slick, but this is way slicker. see, right? So then he pulls back his cylinders. Keep in mind, it's still leveled out with the outriggers. This one's quite a little bit smaller than that one. So that's 9 ton. We haven't put a sticker on this one. I don't even know. That's got to be bigger. How many rings we got on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rings. That one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they're 18 ton. You might be wrong. Double the size? Maybe? I'll double check. So this is a flex auger that goes up and in, goes on top of each robot, then has a drop down port that goes in, and then the robots actually meter out how much to give to each one. So this is 26 ton. That was a 9 ton bin. Plenty of capacity. Yeah, quite a bit bigger. Like, it looks like a little kid's toy. We might be able to pick it up and throw it around now, but he's gonna go over, set it next to that other bin. That might be 26 as well. So let's go watch him throw that up. What a lineup of rigs here. So he's just gonna throw that right up on that pad. You helping? Landed the drone. So he's gonna anchor that one down. The 4-legged one, he was saying, he's much more nervous about it blowing over. It is pretty windy. So he'll anchor that one. The auger's gonna come up, be a foot shorter than that is what we figured. We parked the mixer so he can see. So he's got this section and one other section that's gonna go right on that with it. Pulling the generator over, you know, was simpler than getting extension cord. Well, those are all anchored down, so now he can come flip the other one. He was worried about it flipping over, and I asked him, I said, have you had one flip over yet? He goes, not in my 18 years of doing this. So I guess he didn't want to start and have one flip over today. He'll grab this one, flip it down, move it over, put it on that pad. That easy. This one, once he puts it on the pad, it can get bolted back up to that flex auger and then runs, because the flex auger, the motor on that is at the other end, and that's all wired up, so it's just off right now. That one, we'll still have to get the 2 tubes added onto it. How big of a bin can you move with that? That's the biggest one? 28 tons? Yeah.
I mean, the bin probably weighs 3,500 pounds.
Yeah. It's just an awkward shape and size. So how many bins a year you move then?
I would say, at least, I'd be doing 5 or 6 of them a week.
5 or 6 a week.
20 times.
So
12 is
200 and
that's a conservative figure.
conservative? 200 and some a year?
Some of these places get 6, 8 bins locally, and I can haul.
That goes a little quicker than coming here.
Yeah, I can do 4, 5, 6 of them locally.
Yeah.
day. That happens sometimes quite a bit. I would say, yeah, 250 conservative.
250 bins conservatively in a year we can move, which is wild. But that is the biggest bin he can move with the trailer. Like I said, I've seen the ones like the huge ones, like out west and stuff like that in Canada, that they put fertilizer and whatnot. They come on a semi or double semis, like Mike Mitchell, if you watch his channel. They had double semis, I think, that were hauling them, and they were flipping them up. They drop one semi, hook to the other. But yeah, around here you don't have that. So that is a 28 ton. That's 24 in the middle, 9. I think the other one is 12. It's wider than this one, about the same height. So currently we got our meal, and then we switch between a protein source of canola, cookie meal, soy, whatever the market's doing, and whatever we have going in between. And then this one will just be pellet. But that will be some overflow, or maybe we'll switch up another ingredient and add it into the ration. We'll have the capacity to do that, because the trailers that bring stuff down, they have different compartments, so you can order different stuff. But you need a full load. It saves you money, especially right now. So we're in place. We cut off the old ones, hammered them in, cut the tops if we couldn't, but he's gonna put the boot on the flex auger here, because that is where it is. We're not gonna stretch that flex auger forward or backwards or however. So one less thing he has to actually do. That's why he's the professional. We're just here hanging out. But this is a slick trailer, so as you see, the legs sit inside it here. And then usually you have all your straps along. Right now he only has 2 in a chain because he's flipping it up. You're not going to climb up and undo all your straps once it's in the air. And then up here, it sits down on that, so it holds the weight of that. And as you can see, there's holes all through it. So this trailer can be, this is the biggest he said, but you can narrow it up to haul shorter. He did say they do a 12-footer, which has to be either moved on a low boy or a low drop, I guess it would be a low boy, and then put on with crane, or they have to assemble them at the site, because of height is the biggest thing. So height, dimensions, ability to probably get around. So those big ones that I was saying, like up in Canada and whatnot, they don't have the low trees and everything else like we do out west, so they can do oversized stuff. It was a nice day. No, it's not. Let's flip it up. it's upright. He's gonna pull up. He's gonna shorten his trailer and finish up what he's got to do as far as anchoring it and putting everything through the side ceiling that, and then that's quite the friggin' bin there. So let's see what goes on here. Yanko, what are you doing? Not a care in the world. Hopefully GoPro stays alive here. What? You pull a pin and then lock the brakes and back up, right?
Yep, lock the brakes. See, the thing is pulled out all the way.
Yep.
Here's the tongue, and here's my brakes and my lights.
Yep. It all go with it.
We got the truck there. This pin may go stubborn, but I will. This is for 6 rings.
Yeah.
This is for 5 rings.
Oh,
This is
okay.
for 4, which is all together, which then you have 3.
You can put 3 and whatnot on.
Yeah, 3 ring. You don't do anything.
It sits right on it.
Yeah, 6-foot diameter bins fit on here too.
Okay.
And then when I want to haul 2 small bins, I pull it out like this here. Yeah, I've done that.
And put it both on.
So, yeah.
So then just lock your trailer brakes. And bing. Bingo. Works slick.
Yeah.
Who actually builds these trailers?
It's custom.
Is it?
Yeah. There's no company that makes them.
It's not a very desired after trailer, I guess, so.
Well, it's
Niche market.
the company that I worked for, the old owner, 30 years, some years ago, wanted something made custom that they can set these things.
Hammer's still over there. A little hammer. Yeah. Pin one in. You know, I'm here to do stuff. I'm just hanging out really and showing you guys this. But it works. I wasn't expecting to film any of this. I'll let him work away at what he's doing so I'm not in his way. And like he said, he's got this one to do. And he'll do that one. And then hopefully he'll be done before tonight. If not, he'll be here in the morning. He's staying local because it is 4 o'clock or so. So wild. That bin is up. We actually transferred grain into it, so they had enough. He's over here finishing up here. But this bin is bolted down. He's welding the auger together where the extra piece is. And then he's got his other section. He's got the base taken apart. He's got all his motors, everything else like that. Give him credit. He hustles. So as I said previously, 200, 250 on a conservative number as far as how many bins that he'll move in a year. And as he said, at home, Pennsylvania, if he had some close bins, he can do multiples in a day. Here, you got to remember, he drove 6 hours to get here and moved one, put the other one. So I guess we'll check up on it once more before we leave and see where he got to. By the time I got out of there the rest of the day, it was dark, so you wouldn't see much. He still has the auger to put on and some cables on the one bin. So I guess you'll see that in the next video, what he actually did. But that was pretty neat that he let me tag along and show what went on and answer some of my questions. So appreciate you guys watching though. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.